The last time I made rugs, I made a giant rug, 3.5 meter by 3.5 meter Monopoly rug, which while is absurd and was very fun and exhausting, isn't super relatable. So when Claw Labs, the sponsor of this video, reached out to me to send me their super easy rug making system, I thought, what's more relatable than outdated memes? Let's see if any of these classics strike your fancy. With my canvas stretched, set up and ready to go, I projected my first classic meme rug plan, awesome face. I don't know how prominent this was in your memory. I mean, this is before the age of emojis. I remember when I saw this little guy, teenage me was just enamored with the face, the expression of utter delight and cheekiness. And it's simple enough, and I have all the colors to do a nice, satisfying little rug. It's just a matter of getting back into the swing of rug tufting, which I haven't done since the giant rug, and when we did that, I had adult supervision. But fortunately, it really is like riding a bike. I mean, yeah, my first couple of lines were a little bit wobbly, but once momentum picked up, it was right back into the satisfying swing of rug tufting. I think one of the things I kind of forgot is how forgiving the tufting and the lines are, because when you're doing it and you can see your lines being a little bit wobbly or some closer together or further apart, it really stands out to you, but what you're actually looking at is the back of the rug. And every time you look around at the front, it looks like just way more even. I have a feeling this one is going to be really satisfying. Here he is. My little awesome face. I haven't shaved him yet. I mean, I'll have to like glue him at the back and do all that first, but I've got like this whole area now. I've still got half of this space to work with, and my first one feels great. Like, that's my warm-up. I'm really happy with that. But also, I picked that one for me and my nostalgia. I think it's time to do some of the more widely treasured and remembered classics. This video idea is so dumb. Next up for our delightful meme tasting event is the lol face. At least I think that's what this one's called. A delightful one from the early ages of the internet, where there were these wonderful assortments of black and white, silly and poorly drawn faces used to express a variety of subtle emotions and reactions. Now, I found the black outline on my awesome face being done with 3 double yarn rows was pretty hefty, so I only went around the thicker edges of this one with 2, and then otherwise all the line work with just the 1 row. But otherwise, this one is pretty simple. Obviously, the whole black and white thing is really straightforward. I also like this one has a few little gray detail lines to bring out the extremity of his wild expression. A delightful meme face that I believe has aged quite nicely with undertones of 4chan, a hint of 9gag, with a subtle aftertaste of early Reddit rolling around in there too. It is genuinely wild to me comparing this experience to the first video I did trying out rug making, like how easy this is now. It really is one of those things where, like, if you've done 1 or 2, you kind of get it, and this one's come together real quick. On top of that, the whole process genuinely is just so much more approachable and simple with Claw Labs setup. The fact that there are no spikes to hurt yourself on, or a need to make some sort of custom sized frame, or have this massive thing you need to store somewhere, and it always looks a bit janky. But the gun, oh my goodness, the gun is genuinely fantastic. Not only is it lighter, which counts for a lot when you're doing this all day, trust me, my shoulder was killing on that Monopoly rug, but it's been way more reliable. Like, after using this just for these 2, I have noticed a significant less amount of time that the yarn has come out of the gun. It just functions much more tightly. And look at it, it's just so freaking cool and space agey compared to this industrial monster. The thumbnail for my first rug video really centered on the gun because it looks like it's going to kill you. And it genuinely feels like that too. I actually have caught my finger in the mechanisms. So, rug tufting is fun. And, a lot of people use this, but this is on another level of cool. Now that I have finished my first 2 delightful aged meme rugs, it's just a matter of slapping down our adhesive, a silicone-based carpet and cork adhesive, just smear all over the back and leave to set overnight so I can come back tomorrow and keep going with my meme rug marathon.
Hello? I'd like to go home now.
All right, we are back. Our glue is dry and we're going to pick up where we left off. Now, yesterday we had a chance to see how the Claw Lab gun was genuinely like way better of an experience making rugs than the usual way I've made rugs. Now we're going to see how the frame itself sets itself apart from the way rug tufting is usually done. Now, this is my first time doing this, so we get to experience this together. The Claw Lab frame is a nail-free design. Now, usually rug tufting frames are bits of wood with nails sticking out. A little dangerous, not ideal. But also not even. Like, you're kind of yanking the canvas over the nails, and that's why the canvas backing has all these lines, so you can try and eyeball if you're at least somewhat symmetrical. But with the Claw Lab frame and the fact that there's no nails, you can push on these levers to release the width tension, and these just unclip, and then you just release the vertical tension, just like that. This makes adding and removing rug canvas less like the feeling of entering a battlefield with spikes in the terrain, and a little bit more just like pulling out printer paper and putting in a new sheet. But this is cooler than just about being spike free. It's actually incredibly even, which I sort of alluded to before. Like when you're doing the spikes, you're manually like pulling places and you see how like all those lines go randomly wobbly. This nail-free frame ensures you get an even pull in every direction. Now, for my next meme, I want to do the "this is fine" dog chilling out in a burning down building. On my previous canvas, I fit 2 circular rugs, and I could do the same on this one, shrinking my dog to fit and having some empty space. But I would prefer to have a bigger rug, and that is where the other really awesome and genuinely innovative feature of this Claw Lab frame comes in, the extension feature. Because as you can see, I can instead enlarge my rug to the maximum width of my canvas rather than the maximum height, then simply untension and roll my rug down, retension, which again is just really easy to keep even, and re-aim my projection to finish off my outline. And in theory, I can do exactly the same with the tufting, starting with half of it, and then when I'm done that, just roll it back up, finish the rest. In theory, increasing the height of any rug I can make indefinitely. Let's give it a go. And now I'm ready to tuft the bottom half of my extended rug, which is pretty cool. Now I did screw up a little bit in that I tufted like a centimeter lower than I should have, which meant that when this was sort of wrapped around, pushing through there actually cut into here. And I have a couple of little holes. So note to self and to you, if you do the extended thing, don't cut into the other layers of the wrapped rug. But I think it should be fine. This is just the canvas. So in theory, if I just cut little bits of canvas and glue it on with fabric glue, it'll be fine. Hopefully. I mean, the patches will be hidden anyway. And if there's like a millimeter or 2 lump, I'll be evening that out with the shaving step. So it'll be fine. Okay, I've never done this before, and maybe I haven't looked up a tutorial on how to do it properly. But you know what? I figure my patches will do better than the holes I put into it. So let's just cross our fingers and move on to the second half of the rug. Now, looking past my mistake of tufting into the other layers of the rolled up rug, this extension feature and the Claw Lab gun are really cool. The gun is way higher quality than any I've used. It feels really modern. I love the speed illumination dial, so I can change the speed with a clear visual indicator as to how much room I'm working with. It's way less hammery in its vibration, super lightweight and super low maintenance. But this in combination with the frame H1 make this a really fun experience. And as a result, even though I'm working around my stupid mistakes, it is so satisfying seeing my doggy come to life. And hey, if there was a meme to screw up on, it is definitely the one where the dog is just sitting there blissfully ignorant and happy of the crisis he's gotten himself into. Don't worry, guys. This is fine. I'm sure this is fine. I've made a mistake. This is fine. Okay, so I've put down the second half. My patches didn't quite hold. I mean, maybe not surprising considering it's not tensioned where I glued it, and the glue sort of solidifies the holes, and then I just start ramming it with like, but it otherwise looks really cool, and I'm hoping that with a layer of glue and with enough sort of tufting around it, I will have pushed in to fill in the gaps. I don't know, but I will learn from this mistake and do one more extended rug, but this time, you know, not f it up. All right, half the glue is down, but I'm gonna wait for this to obviously dry before I roll and do the other half, which leaves me without any ability to make rugs. Psych, they sent me two. Fortunately, Claw Lab's H1 frame is designed for quick and convenient assembly. So with a fresh roll of material ready to go, I pulled it taut, got my projector ready, and picked my final meme. None other than Fry and the
Shut up and take my money!
meme. Side note, I picked the memes I wanted to do before filming this video just because I thought they would make good rugs. I didn't plan on screwing up with the dog and the this is fine things falling apart burning down meme, and believe it or not, I actually did not even realize that the Fry and the shut up and take my money meme would be kind of ironically hilariously placed just after a sponsor read. Anyway, I'll be lying if I said it wasn't perfectly appropriate because I have had a lot of fun doing this, and honestly it has been the most seamless tufting experience I've had, especially now that I'm back to doing it without help. Speaking of which, this really feels like we've come full circle, because if you remember back when I first tried making rugs and was struggling quite a bit, it was Crystal Christie's videos that really helped me understand how to actually get through my first few rugs. It was her saving me in that first video that led to me shouting her out, and me shouting her out that led to her reaching out and eventually coming here, and we made that giant Monopoly rug, and you get the idea. But what I'm actually trying to get to is the tutorial that I followed was her making a bender rug, and I'm making a Fry rug all by myself and comfortably and confidently and having a lot of fun. It feels oddly poetic, and this whole experience is super satisfying. And as you can see, I didn't even cut holes in my own rolled up canvas, and everything has finally gone perfectly. Except, and I don't know if you clued onto this before I did, I forgot to flip my image. So my meme is perfect, but the wrong way around. Oh, that's okay. That's okay, because this is one where we actually can fix it in post. Ready? All right, let's do a montage wrapping this baby up. The rug carving is the most satisfying part of the whole process. Don't get me wrong, tufting is really fun, but this process of making everything really nice and flat and even, and then carving it out so you have these really nicely divided lines with this really satisfying bevel. Ah, so good. So with the last of our satisfying bevel edges being finished off, my extremely satisfying old school meme rugs have finally come together, and I am so happy with the results. Now, I have yet to make the perfect rug, but I feel like I came pretty damn close in this video. I hope you've enjoyed our little frolic back into the memes of yore. If there was one to screw up a little bit, it was definitely this one. It's not too bad. It's salvaged. It's fine. It's fine. And this turned out so well, just wait, and it's absolutely perfect. Huge thank you to Claw Labs for sponsoring this video and sending me the kit to make these. This was just so streamlined and simple and beginner friendly. You would love it, so go check it out. Links in the description. And the result is just so fun. I can't believe how big you can go. I haven't even pushed it to its limit. You can go even bigger than these with the extendable feature, which is really cool. Let me know which rug is your favorite and which meme I might have missed out on. What meme would be a good rug? Let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, that's it for now. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I'll see you later.